guys what's going on. Line pressure washing here, West Virginia, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Got some snow on the ground. Got a good bit over the past couple of days. Want to do a video for you guys. Did a blog post on it the other night, last night, and it's up on our website. We're going to do a quick video. My top 3 tips for new guys in the industry, pressure washing industry. There's a lot of different things that it could be. I've narrowed it down to the top 3 for me that I think helped me the most once I got a handle on it. Number 1 is your research. You cannot do too much research. There's no such thing as too much learning. There's just not. That being said, you want to make sure you're learning the right things, the right way to do things. And there's all kinds of resources out there. In the blog post, there's links to different resources. You can take paid training. There's guys out there that do online training or in-person training that's paid training. The online training is easier for guys like me to access that are in West Virginia, and there's no local place for the online or for the in-person training. I'd have to travel several hours. Not that it's not worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. I have not gone to any of the big conventions. I may at some point in the future. I haven't had time to do it. But there's the conventions. There's the Facebook groups. There's several Facebook groups you can join and get some information from, do some research from. There's a website called Pressure Washing Resource. You get a lot of information from them. It's a blog style type of thing, and you can go in there. And the biggest tip for using those mediums is read. Don't ask any questions. Read. Once you get a good, solid amount of reading in, you have questions, then ask them. But if you ask a question that has been asked 1,000 times, people are going to browbeat you about not using the search bar. So use the search feature. Just so that you don't get browbeaten. I'm not one of those people that's going to browbeat you. I'll answer any question that you have. And if I don't know the answer, I will help you find the answer. But just do your research. There's also links to a couple of the training schools on the blog post that I put up on the website. One of them I know is Power Wash University. One of them is Doug Rucker's Cleaning School, and then there's the Pressure Washers North America organization that they offer online training as well for members. You have to become a member to get access to that training, but it is there. Another resource that you can use. Number 2, professionalism. When you're just starting out, it can be kind of hard to have the professional look that you're looking for. When I first started out, I had my wife's got a Cricut machine, so I kind of got ahead of the curve on that a little bit. I bought some white t-shirts and had her put my logo on them and started washing. Professionalism goes, there comes a lot of things with that. Let me get pulled over here because I can't be talking to you guys while I'm sitting in the drive-thru of the bank, can I? Wouldn't be very nice. Comes in a lot of different things. There's appearance, there's equipment, there's the way you talk to people, the way you handle people, the way you invoice, all that kind of stuff. So you want to kind of keep moving. It's okay to start wearing a t-shirt, with some type of logo on it, or just a plain white t-shirt or a plain gray t-shirt, whatever you have. If you don't have the money and the capital to go out and buy shirts and have them printed up with your logo and stuff on them, then don't. But don't show up to the job site in shirts that have 9,000 holes in them, pants that's got 9,000 holes in them, shorts with 9,000 holes in them. You want to show up looking like a professional. If you show up and you look professional, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna be one of the strongest determining factors in a customer's mind as to whether they hire you. Now, some customers will hire the cheapest person out there, and that shouldn't be you. If you're wanting to do this for a business, you should not be the cheapest person out there. The cheapest person out there is going to be that $99 guy that we all complain about. And he's not going to be in business very long. So, I'll tell you a story about a job that I got over the summer that wound up getting me 7 leads and 6 closures. So a guy contacts me, wants his house washed, and he lives in a development about 7 or 8 miles up the road from me. So I go out there and meet up with the guy, very nice guy. Talk to him a little bit. He tells me flat out, he said, so I posted in our neighborhood group that you were coming out and you were going to wash my house, and a bunch of people told me to let them know if you're a professional when you arrive, or if you show up with a Home Depot pressure washer in the bed of your truck. I kind of laughed, and he goes, I like your setup, you look professional, let's see what you do. So I cleaned his house. He was ecstatic, and he came out, gave me my check, and he said, this is an address of a guy that would like to speak with you now if you have time. So I went over and I spoke with that gentleman, and the first things out of his mouth, I like the way your setup looks. That's a professional looking truck, professional looking setup. We're going to hire you. He didn't even want to know what the price was. He just wanted me to do it. So I wound up closing that job, and I got 6 other leads other than him out of that development, and all but one of them went ahead and signed on. The other one didn't sign on, I think, because they were kind of price shopping and not really looking to spend too much money to get ready to sell this house. And I think getting it cleaned kind of fell out of line with what they were trying to do. That being said, yes, I'm an equipment vendor, and I want to sell you equipment. I want to sell you a skid. I want to sell you a trailer. But I'm not saying that you have to go buy one of my trailers and skids, or one of the other companies that makes them. Southeast Softwash, Arkansas Softwash kits. There's all kinds of places out there. I think Midwest. There's all kinds of equipment builders out there that will build you and sell you equipment, and that's great. But the co-workers actually helped train that guy. I don't know if you guys saw the police truck just went by me or not, but I helped train him when he was new. Funny story, but I'll tell that one later. So I started out with a pressure washer, 5-gallon bucket, and a downstream injector. You can start that way, but keep in mind, if you want to close jobs, get them done efficiently and effectively, then you're going to want to upgrade your equipment. You can start with that pressure washer, a 5-gallon bucket, and a downstream injector, but you're going to want to upgrade, whether that be to a 12-volt system, downstreaming with a bigger pressure washer, gas-powered system, however it is, air diaphragm, whatever you decide to go to, whatever you feel is right for you and your business. You're going to want to upgrade that, and never stop trying to grow and pushing that bar toward professionalism. You get a couple bucks in your account, go get you some shirts made up. Get you a couple of door magnets, put them on your truck or your van or your whatever you're washing out of. I know some guys that are doing it out of the trunk of their car. Whatever you're washing out of, get it out there, get it squared away. And that kind of feeds into number 3. Market, market. Guys, I made the mistake, and a lot of other people made the mistake when I started out. I started my marketing, and it was getting me little dabbles here and there, and I kind of fine-tuned what I was doing, and then all of a sudden the phone just started freaking ringing off the hook. Facebook messages blowing up, emails blowing up. I was like, man, this is freaking awesome. I was all excited. We booked a whole bunch of jobs. I stopped marketing because I was so busy that I didn't want to get busier. Well, there's nothing wrong with getting busier. That's where CRM comes into place and helps with a lot of streamlining. We'll talk about CRMs in another video. But if you stop marketing until you get caught up on the jobs, well, you'll get to that, you have 3 or 4 jobs left and you start marketing again. Well, now you're going to have a period of time where you're not doing anything, and you don't want that downtime. In my first year, if I would have kept my foot on the throttle for marketing and stayed after it, we could have been, I'm willing to bet we could have been at least $20,000 to $25,000 higher grossing than what we were, based off of what I saw. And don't get me wrong, we did great for our first year. First year full-time in this business, we did outstanding. I made way more money than I've ever made at the police department, and I was happier. But if I would have stayed on the market, I think I would have doubled what my salary at the police department was. I honestly do. So stay marketing. Find what works for you. What works for me might not work for you. Facebook ads work great for me. Google ads might be your best bet. But don't put all of your eggs in one basket. We sent out flyers. We sent out door hangers. We did Facebook ads. We did radio advertisement. We did newspaper advertisement. And those are the 3 that I'm going to talk to you about right now. So with the Facebook ads, our ROI, return on investment, was outstanding. We closed probably 65% of the jobs that were estimated through Facebook. Newspaper ads, I didn't get a single job off of a newspaper ad that I ran. The radio ad, now that one, there's a catch-22 in this one. I got 1 call from the radio ad that I ran. The ad ran for about a month. It was a trade deal type of thing. I washed the building and the concrete around it. The place hadn't been washed in forever, and got some trade for commercials. So we ran that commercial. I got 1 call. That client was outstanding. One of my favorite clients ever. Great person, great people, and they referred me to a bunch of people. And every person that they referred me to said, "You did this guy's house," and they're one of the pickiest people I know, and they were extremely happy with your work. So if you make them happy, I know you'll make me happy. That kind of circles back into professionalism. You look the part, and you do a good job, and you stand by your work. People will notice that. People will refer you to their friends. They'll be out there and talking, and someone will say, "Man, I gotta get my house washed. I'm thinking about getting my driveway cleaned." And this customer is gonna be like, "Hey, man, I got a great guy for you." Or they're gonna go over to their house, maybe not in 2020, and probably not for the first part of 2021, but maybe they'll go over to their house and see their house is dirty. Like, "Man, you need to get your house cleaned. I got a guy. I know a guy for you. He'll do it. Do a good job." That's what you want, because word of mouth is going to be one of your best, absolute best marketing tools. And the ROI is great, because the only investment you have in it is your time doing the job right. I think that's about all I got for you guys today. Next video that we do, we're going to do one on our trailer, and then we're also going to do one on CRMs. So kind of get you familiarized with that for you new guys just getting into the business. We'll try to get that CRM video done in the next couple of days and get it up. We'll talk to you guys soon.